All right. Will you say your name and spell it?
Yeah, my name is Evie Miller. I spell it Eviemiller.
All right. And what grade level are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. And then will you hold up that piece of paper to the camera really quick? Awesome. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and have you start off, and you'll say your name again. You say, my name is Evie, and something I'm passionate about is.
Okay. My name is Evie, and something that I'm passionate about is probably my sports. I swim and I play water polo. And I'm really passionate about them because I've been doing them for a long time. I've played water polo for about 8 years, and I've been swimming basically my whole life. And I feel like they don't really get a lot of recognition. So I just have like that passion to make them like well known and like do really good in them. My dad did water polo and swim. My older brothers did water polo and swim. And so just kind of following in their footsteps and continuing on the legacy.
That's really cool. Do you want to do questions or do you want me to? Okay. I'm kind of curious. I know your dad is a coach. What is that like? Is he your coach right now?
So he's like an assistant coach for both JV and varsity. He's at mostly varsity practices. It's not weird, but like he does sit on the bench with us and he tells us like who's gonna go in the water. But I actually think it's kind of fun because he brings a lot of fun energy to the pool deck. And the girls, like, they go crazy. They have a nickname for him, T. Millie. It's so funny.
So, does it feel good when your team kind of like looks up to your dad and respects him?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels like they respect us and they understand like how much time and energy we're putting into the program, like what we're giving up and how hard we work to make girls water polo.
Yeah. If you could, are you going to continue playing after high school?
I might continue playing, but I deal with a lot of like knee problems, so
You're not sure?
Not sure yet. There's always club, but we'll see.
Okay. And then if you had to choose between just doing one, swimming or water polo, which one would you choose?
I really don't know.
Okay. You love them both?
I love them both. And it's like you need swimming for water polo, but like, I don't know, they're both so amazing in their own ways that it's really hard to choose.
I like that. That's good. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good.
Okay. What's your name? How do you spell it? And what grade are you in?
I'm Julian, Julian, and I'm in 10th grade.
Can I get your last name?
Cumpston, Cumpston.
Got it. And then can you hold up that sign for me? Thank you. I'll take it. Okay. And then I'm going to have you just say your name again, like my name is, and then you can go ahead and answer the question.
My name is Julian Cumpston, and something I'm most passionate about is BMX racing. Because it's just, I've been racing for 4 years and it's really helped me. Just anytime that I need something to do or I'm feeling down at all, I just go ride my bike.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, what does it feel like to do something that's not super popular? Like, have you met people through that?
I've met a lot of people through it, but it's kind of hard explaining what it is because no one knows about it. It's dirt biking, but a little different.
Yeah, how do you, like, do you compete? Do you, like, train type of thing, or is it just kind of for fun?
It started out as for fun, but now I train around 5 or 6 days a week, and I have state races all through California and nationals all through the U.S.
Wow, have you, like, gotten any, like, specific awards or anything?
Yeah, I was state 1 last year and this year, and then I was top 15 in the U.S. last year.
Wow, that's really impressive. Yeah. I did not know that. So you said like you just started 4 years ago?
Yes.
Like how did that come to be? Like.
Well, we lived in the Bay Area and my neighbors raced BMX. I never really knew how to ride a bike, but I kind of just went out there with them and I just loved it.
Great, and then so Do you like keep in contact with those people?
Yeah, we see him at like all the races that we go to. So
That's nice. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like even though you live kind of far now, like you still get to see this.
yeah.
That's really cool.
hmm
Thank you.
So what is your first and last name?
My name is Kevin Feng.
How do you spell that?
Kevinfeng.
Okay, what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
Sweet. And is that it? Okay. And now Cole would go and grab the so Cole would go grab the paper, and then he would also like highlight his name off on the list. Yeah. And he would check off the box on the list, which is on the computer, of he's doing what he's most passionate about. And so then you gotta tell to the person, so Kevin, what I'm gonna want you to do is just say, hey, my name is Kevin, and one thing I'm passionate about is, and then just go into it.
And you're gonna be looking at him.
Yeah,
The
look at me,
camera is
not the
here.
camera.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna go. So go ahead and say what your name is and tell me what you're most passionate about.
Okay. Wait, when do I start?
Whenever you're good.
Okay. My name is Kevin Feng. One thing that I'm most passionate about is being different than my family, or maybe even like being different from all others. Whenever it comes to academics, or whenever it comes to sports mindsets, like mindsets when you're playing sports, I always seem to have completely different views than my family. It's like my family's all the same. We all agree on something. And then there's this one kid who just comes in and just says no and voices his own opinions. I think because, and sometimes it doesn't go so well because my parents aren't the best debaters in the world. And unless if I tell them like to keep their minds open, they'll probably get mad at me just because I argue. Anyways, like I'm really different when it comes to academics. I guess based on where I come from, getting those straight A's is a must. But in my opinion, a B is completely fine. Like a B is actually really good. It's like something you shouldn't cry about. And yet, even when I tell my parents, when I tell my family, hey, guess what? I got a B in my test, they're not going to be so happy about me just because I got a B and I think a B is good. In fact, the other week, I even got in trouble because I told my parents I got a B, and I was actually like happy about it. They thought because I would get a B, I would be comfortable getting a C. If I was getting comfortable getting a C, I would get an F. But really, I think you just have to be happy about yourself. You have to be proud about yourself. I think that's the thing that makes you want to live your life. Like something that makes you want to continue. There's some sort of, I think humans have evolved with some sort of drive inside of them to live on, to keep on pursuing what they want to do. And I think being happy is the first step to be doing what you want in your life.
So you feel like your family is more negative, where you are more positive and like building yourself up compared to like them tearing you down?
Yeah, I mean, it is true that I get almost no work done and they get all their work done, but I think it's all worth it in the end if you have a good time.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that also.
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Is there anything else?
one of the best
honestly?
descriptions at the beginning. Yeah, I would
I
just
think
leave
that was
it.
great, dude.
That was great.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you. Okay, wait. Are we good? Cool. Okay, so what is your first last name and how do you spell it?
Do we start?
Yep.
Oh, Drake Winnesheimer, Drayk, and
Yep. Last name.
Wennesheimer.
Okay. What grade level are you in?
10th.
Perfect. All right. You can take that now. Okay. So just tell me your name again. I don't really know why, but just tell me your name again and tell me what you're passionate about.
My name is Drake Winnesheimer, and I'm passionate about football.
Okay, so what about football exactly? Is it just the game? Is it bonding with the team? Is it the team dinners? Like, what about football exactly?
All of it,
All
except
of it?
practice.
Okay, so what position do you play in football?
Linebacker and running back.
Okay, so explain that to someone who wouldn't know what football is.
Okay, so for a running back, you start behind the quarterback, and he hands you the ball, and you try to score touchdowns. And for a linebacker, you basically do the opposite of that and just try to stop them from scoring.
And what's your favorite part about both of those positions? Is it like, for running back, you get to be like every single play, you get to be like touching the ball or whatever? Or
Is it something
For
different?
both of them, hitting people.
Hitting people?
Hitting
That's
people.
your favorite part?
Mhm.
Okay. So, dang. Okay, so through how long have you been playing football?
Since I was 6 years old, so
Okay,
10 years.
10 years. Wow. So have you only played for like Rockland, like Junior Thunder, or like just the high school? Or have
No,
you
I
played
used
for,
to play
like,
for Center's junior program in Antelope when I was like 6. And then I came here when I was in 7th grade, and I've been playing for Rockland since then.
Okay, nice. And how has it been like growing up and playing with all of the Rockland players since 7th grade? Like I know you're a sophomore now, so you've been with probably the same people since 7th grade. So how's that been?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool because now like some of them are like my best friends. So
Yeah, for sure. So when you're playing a game, what is typically like your mindset for like just any regular game? Like, just tell me that.
Do my job, and like if we let something big happen for the other team, like they score a touchdown and don't get my head down, always keep it up.
For sure. So throughout your time playing football, you probably have like a bunch of coaches. What is the best piece of advice that one coach has given you that's really stuck with you and helped you even up to like this day?
I have no idea.
No idea? You want to take a second to think about it?
No, because there's a lot. So
There's a lot.
this
Do you just want to tell me one? Like just one random piece?
can't really think of anything.
Take your time. Take your time.
I can't remember anything.
Remember? Alrighty. That's fine. That's fine. So I know your family plays football. It's not just you. So how has that been? Like growing up in like a football family?
There's a lot of injuries. Always just random. Sometimes like just tackle my brother. He'll tackle me. It's just, you know, like rough.
But would you say it's fun?
Yeah, it's fun, but rough.
But rough. Alright, sweet. Thank you. That was
Alright, ready. So if you can hold up that sign for me.
This?
perfect.
Just hold it up in the camera. Alright, Carson, take it.
Alrighty. So what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
All right, my first name is Levi. My last name is Grant. You spell Levi Levi and Grant Grant.
Sweet. Okay. So what is, you chose question one, which is what
Yeah.
you're most passionate about?
Yes.
So what are you most passionate about?
So I'd say some things I'm most passionate about are computers. I like just technology in general, actually, in all honesty. And then another thing would be geology and the study of rocks and weather.
Very nice. Okay, so how did you come to like find out that you were really into computers and geology?
So for geology, I have a more interesting one. Is I just was going to Barnes & Noble actually because my grandma would always on her birthday take us to Barnes & Noble.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I got this little book basically that just had a whole bunch of North American rocks in it, rocks and minerals.
Nice.
And so I started reading that and then I got more interested in it and then that's how my love for
That's
geology
really cool.
started.
Yeah, those books are
Yeah.
awesome with like all the rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are sweet. Okay, so what about computers? How did you like
Computers?
find out? I mean, everyone sort of has a good like for computers, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You can do games
Everyone
and whatnot,
do.
but,
Yeah.
Like,
Gaming.
Why are you passionate about that?
Computers though, okay, so computers, I kind of like the ability to like make your own worlds kind of like in games and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
And I love the understanding of like mathematics and science. So computers were kind of an extension of that since I could use them without having to have like an experiment or a lab room or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was
you,
able
like,
to
set
use
your own
them, yeah.
experiments?
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
do it digitally or something, yeah. That was where how I
So
started loving
do you
computers.
use computers to help you with like geology and like studying that
Yeah,
kind of stuff?
I use like, cause I have made like a somewhat classification, like spreadsheet and stuff for rocks, which is just much easier when I find some. I found some fun rocks that way. But yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what is your favorite, like, I don't know, geological study or, like, thing that you found out about the Earth and rocks?
That's a good one. So I'd say, while I was studying rocks, one of the things I was thinking about is energy, like how we obtain energy through nuclear reactors, weather, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about eco-energy, and I was remembering that I was thinking how deep basically Earth is in the core, because the core is made of iron and is extremely hot.
Yeah.
And so basically, one of the most interesting facts so far I've learned is that not too deep under Earth's crust, which is the first level of the Earth's layers, which are 3 main ones, 4 if you include the core, is basically just the mantle, which is basically a solid liquid, a solid that acts as a liquid because of how much pressure it is under. And so just in the energy format, here's how my honesty of making, what's the word called, geothermal energy and stuff, and just how rocks are formed through that mantle layer, because that's more where diamonds and all of the other minerals are formed.
Yeah. All right, dude. Thank you so much. That was
You're
great.
welcome.
You want to straighten that out a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so
Hold up that sign.
hold up the sign.
Son, you can take that from me.
Perfect. Alrighty, so what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My first name is Alec, A-L-E-C, and my last name is Cabrera, C-A-B-R-E-R-A.
Perfect. Okay, so what grade level are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, great. So what are you most passionate about?
The sport of football.
Okay, so when did you sort of start playing football?
I'd say 8th grade. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Were you playing because your dad told you or something like that?
My dad influenced me to play football. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did your dad play football in like high school? and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah. He played college football.
Very nice. So in 8th grade, did you start out like junior thunder or did you do like flag football?
I did flag football. Yeah.
Flag football,
Yeah.
very nice. What position do you play?
I play safety.
Safety,
Yeah.
very nice. That's a really like hands-on position,
Yeah.
right? You're
Yeah.
stopping the ball every single play.
Yeah.
So have you been playing for the high school for 2 years or just this year?
Just this year. Yeah.
Just this year,
Yeah.
are you on JV team?
Yeah, I'm on JV.
Very nice. So in this past year, what would you say is like the most memorable moment? Like you think of football and then boom, this moment just pops in your head. Like just tell me that.
I'd say just like when my coach like makes me run and all that. That's like
Definitely
yeah,
conditioning.
yeah,
Just
conditioning.
remember that definitely.
Yeah.
Is there a good moment from a coach that you remember, or just like the hard moments?
Just the hard moments.
Just the hard moments?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is there any highlight play that you remember? Like you were playing in a game and then boom, like this popped out to you?
Not really. I don't think so.
Not really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just tell me a quick story about you playing football, right?
This.
Don't worry about the bell, we can get your label.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really have any stories about. No, not really.
Okay, so just tell me a special moment that you remember when you were like, maybe 8th grade year when you were starting out playing football.
Yeah. Like things I remember are like a story.
Whatever.
I remember like the only thing I remember about football is running. That's about it.
Is running? That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. I don't want to hold you up. You can go spin that wheel. Thank you for that interview. Dude.
Is it recording?
It is. All right. What is your... Oh, mic is falling. Just gonna make sure we get good audio. Okay. So what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Okay, my first name is Esmeralda Martinez, and first name Esmeralda, last name Martinez.
Perfect. What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
10th grade. Alrighty. So what is something that you're passionate about?
I'm passionate about dance.
Okay, so how did you sort of get introduced into dance?
So I started like ballet in like when I was like 4 years old.
Oh wow, so really early.
Yeah, it was like I was like really young, but it was like my choice. It wasn't like my parents.
Definitely.
So they like put me into like this class, and I just like started doing it like from there. But I also like went like on and off. So I like kept like switching, or I just like kept leaving dance.
Okay. Is there any like one reason why you were going on and off?
At first, like once I like grew older, I like got tired of it because it was like really exhausting, and also like doing homework, and like the more I get older, the homework like it got really like rough.
For sure. So are you still doing dance like to this day?
Yeah, I'm taking dance 1 to see how it
Dance
goes.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So how do you like the teacher? How do you like that program in general?
Yeah, it's really good. Like I've become like really close with people in that class, and it's just like it's really fun to like learn like new techniques. So,
Definitely, yeah. Okay, so what would you say is, I don't want to like limit it to this year, so like past 5 years, what is like a highlight of your dancing career, so to speak?
I don't really know.
Take your time.
Wait, can you ask the question again?
So in the past like 5 years, it doesn't have to be just 5 years, like all of the time you've spent dancing, what is like one highlight? What is one moment when like you think of dance, like boom, this moment just jumps out, like first thing in your mind, like what stands out to you about dance?
Well, I stopped taking dance like in like when COVID hit.
Definitely.
So it was like really rough because like my school, my middle school, they had like the dance program, and since COVID hit, like obviously we couldn't like all be together.
For sure.
So
Can't really do dance by
you can't. It's just really rough. So they just like took dance out, and when I went back into school, I was in 7th grade, and they didn't have the dance program anymore.
Oh, it got
So
during
yeah.
COVID? That
So
totally makes
I
sense.
like was so upset because I like love dancing, and it just like it was kind of like a big part of my life. And it also like distracted me like out of school.
Definitely.
So it was like good.
It was like everyone has an extra
Yeah.
and yours was dance. Yeah. Very nice. All right, that's all we need. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay,
That was
thank
great.
you.
All right, I can grab it. Perfect. Okay, what is your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Sophia Patterson, Sofiapatterson. Should I look at you or the camera?
Me.
Okay.
Yep. Just a nice little it doesn't even exist,
Okay.
right? Okay. What grade level are you in?
I'm a sophomore. I'm in 10th grade.
Great. Okay, so what are you passionate about?
I would say I'm really passionate about school in terms of like my future, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah, so what part of school would you say, like going to college or like just getting good grades right now? Like,
I think going to college is a really big part of who I am. It's like a big goal of mine.
yeah, for sure. So when did you decide that that's what you wanted to pursue? Like going to college, and what's your career?
I'd really like to go into law.
Law. Very nice. Lots of good lawyers. Is a lot of school. So are you prepared for that? And
Yeah.
like that journey, so to speak? Yeah. So when did you decide that you wanted to pursue law?
My dad's a lawyer, so I grew up seeing him like do this stuff, and like originally I thought it was kind of boring, but then I started reading about more lawyers who've made some like real change in the world, and I've always been passionate about that. I've been passionate about human rights since I was like little, so I think that's something that I could really like enjoy doing with my life.
Yeah, for sure. So did you only want to do it because of like the fact that you make, or did your dad like, I know sometimes parents, how do I say it, they want to like live through their kids, right? So was that kind of that, or was it just always you as a kid?
It was really me. I mean, I think my parents would love me even if I joined the circus, but yeah, I just remember seeing like all this incredible change that lawyers did, and I was like, I want to do that.
Definitely. All right, so what is, I don't want to focus on your dad too much, but what would you say is the coolest thing you've seen your dad do as a lawyer?
The coolest thing I've seen my dad do, oh my God, that's hard. But I remember he handled a case about a month ago of this woman. It's really more a funny story, but this woman who had like extreme road rage, and she got in a car crash, and her favorite thing to do on the road was like flip everyone off. Her middle finger got cut off in this car crash. That was because of her.
That's crazy. So wait, was your dad defending her, or?
No, my dad was defending the insurance company.
Whoa, that's crazy. So middle finger cut off. Wow, that's a crazy story. And I mean, I think that's all we need. Thank you so much. Great interview. Very slay. That's the good slay.
Esmeralda Martinez, Esmeralda, last name Martin, easy. 10th grade. I'm Esmeralda, and I'm most passionate about dance. And I think I put myself into dance when I was 4 years old. Some people, their parents put themselves in, and I just really connected with dance. I made so many friends throughout the years, and it was just really fun.
And do you do competitive dance?
No, I don't. Right now, I'm taking Dance 1.
Gotcha. And how's taking Dance 1?
It's really fun. I also got really close with people in that class, and I learned new techniques, so it was good.
Gotcha. And I know you guys create dances and stuff like that. What's your favorite part of that class?
I think one of my favorite techniques is lyrical and jazz, because it's just jazz is just really fun to do, and lyrical it's just slow, and it's just they have good taste in music, so it's just it just pulls the dance together.
And is it something you want to continue into the future?
Probably for now in high school. I don't know about college and stuff like that. Okay, thank you.
What is your first and last name?
My first name is Jaquavius, last name Evans. That's what my Jaqueveus, last name Evans.
And then your grade level?
10th.
See, I like art. Say your first name and then say something I'm passionate about is.
Something one of the things. My first name is Jaquavius, and one thing I'm passionate about is basketball.
What about basketball?
I've been playing since I was 3, but I started back playing now. So I'm playing JV this year because I started back playing because I was late for football. I didn't do it last year's freshman. So I just took basketball, and then I fell in love with it again. I thought it was fun. So I just went back with it. But I'm not gonna fall all the way in love with it. I'm going back to my favorite sport, football, next year. But because my brother plays it, and he's in middle school, so I was gonna play it. And he's been telling me to play basketball, so I'm gonna play it this year, next year maybe. Because by the time basketball season ends, football season starts. So I'm gonna be back playing football.
Where do you play?
I play for Rockland.
No, what's your position?
Oh, I play 3, guard.
What does that entail?
3, my fault. I forgot. That's me, point guard.
And you said you played when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play for a club kind of team?
Yeah, a little AA team. I was back home, yeah.
And did you make any relationships with anyone while you were playing for that team?
Yeah, my head coach, because he was also my brother's head coach for football, so he was to the family. So that was a connection. A couple of my friends that they play now in high school, so I made relationships. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. What's your first and last name and how do you spell it?
Tyler Lai.
Spell it.
Lai, Tyler, and then space and then LY.
And your grade level?
Sophomore.
I'm gonna take the paper and then you're going to
Stop laughing at me.
Yeah. Say something I'm passionate about is whatever you say.
Oh, whoa! You can't be using. Cut. Hold on. Can she say that?
Yes, I can.
Ah.
Oh my God.
ASMR. ASMR.
Sit normal.
Cross your legs. Be ladylike. Be ladylike.
It's not even 2 minutes.
It's not even 2 minutes. Exactly.
So you're gonna say your first name.
You're gonna say your first name. Okay.
About is blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna hold the mic and what?
Not hold the mic. 3, 2, 1.
My name is Tyler. Do I say my last name? No?
Start over.
Okay.
Something I'm passionate about is.
Okay. My name is Tyler, and something I'm passionate about is
Probably like wrestling, you know.
What about wrestling are you passionate about?
The active part.
Do you do wrestling at the high school?
I do it a lot.
Did you do wrestling when you were younger?
No, 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 no. There's another class. Tyler, that kid's in my weight class. Guys, come on. I thought we were asking questions. That's it?
Okay, we need you to give like an actual response.
Was that not an actual response? I just answered both of your questions.
We're going to restart.
Yes, ma'am.
So your first name.
Yes, ma'am.
Something I'm passionate about is wrestling. I'm going to ask you follow-ups.
That's my
I
friend.
want more than just a 2-word response. I want you to go into detail about it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
3, 2, no, just keep going. 3, 2, 1.
My name is Tyler. Something I'm passionate about is wrestling.
What about wrestling are you passionate about?
Like the sport of it.
And do you do wrestling for the high school?
Yeah, I do. I do it for the high school.
Have you made any relationships with anyone on the team? Friendships? Stuff like
Yeah, a lot of friends and teammates, like Liam and other Liam.
And how has your coach kind of inspired you?
By like pushing me.
In what ways does he push you?
To the limits.
We're done.
Oh yeah.
What is your first and last name?
My name's Emma Andrews, EMMAANDREWS.
And your grade level?
I'm a sophomore. I'm Emma, and something I'm passionate about is baking. I just it really takes my mind off of things, and it's really fun for me to be creative and make up my own recipes, and it's a time for where I can hang out with my grandma, and that's really fun. I love spending time with her, so yeah.
What got you into baking?
She did. She got me into it when I was really young. I remember the first time I ever baked, she just told me to make chocolate chip cookies without a recipe or anything, and yeah, I just had to kind of make up my own recipe. I think I was 5 at the time, and yeah, ever since then I've always baked with her. I baked almost everything with her. Yeah, it's really fun.
And what's your favorite thing to bake?
My favorite thing, I recently did a red velvet cake, and that took me forever to get down, but it was really fun to try and perfect it. That one definitely took me a while, but that one was the most fun for me.
And is that something you want to do in the future, possibly?
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know how I could do it professionally, but I definitely think it would be something I would definitely think about, for sure.
Okay, thank you so much. What is your first and last name, and how do you spell it?
My name is Addison Reese, ADYSONRESE, and I'm a sophomore. I'm Addison, and I'm most passionate about dance because I feel like I've done it for so long, and I've also made some really good connections from it, and I also feel like it's a way to express myself through movement.
How long have you done dance for?
I think I've done it for 11 years now, and I've been doing it since I was 3, so it's been a really long time.
So are you on a competitive team, and do you also do high school?
Yeah, I did competitive teams until last year when I quit my studio, but I'm on dance team right now, and it's a lot of fun.
And how do you feel about being on the Rockland High School dance team?
It's a lot of fun. I feel like I've made such great connections through it, and it's also just so fun to dance for the school and just smile and perform.
What has been your favorite performance this year so far?
Probably Quarry Bowl, just because I feel like the crowd was just so good, and it's always fun to dance with Whitney.
And what's the process for dance? How many hours do you guys practice? Stuff like that.
I think we practice Monday through Thursday 4 to 6, and we have morning practice Wednesday and Friday at 6:15.
Is it difficult doing dance? Does it consume a lot of your time?
Yeah, it definitely is time consuming, especially with balancing school, but I feel like it's good. It's good for me.
Perfect, thank you. Sport doesn't matter that much, it's mainly just for us, we know. Okay, so
Okay.
what's your first and last name and how do you spell it?
My name is Parker Shorts, and it's spelled Parkershorts. I'm a sophomore at Rockland.
Whenever you're ready, just say your first name and then something I'm passionate about is.
Okay. My name is Parker Shorts, and I'm passionate about all sports.
What sports do you play?
I play mainly soccer and volleyball.
And where do you play soccer at?
So I played soccer for Rockland FC since like 3rd grade, but I quit club a couple years ago, and so I'm just playing for the school now.
Why did you quit club?
I don't know, I just kind of like, I'd been playing so much and I like lost the fun in it, and so taking a little break was nice because now like it's more fun every time I come back to it.
And do you play volleyball for the school as well?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
For the school, last year was pretty good. I was on JV and I started and stuff. It was pretty fun.
And you don't play this year anymore?
I'll play this year, probably.
Oh, gotcha. And so you said you play soccer for the high school. What team were you on last year?
I was on the Frosh soft team.
And you're planning on trying out again. Is your hope to be on varsity?
Probably just JV. Varsity's like filled with seniors and juniors.
And what position do you play?
Probably this year I'll be a center back.
And why do you like these sports so much?
I don't know. When I play sports, like any sport with a ball and like when you're running for it or anything, it just like, it's more fun than anything else. Like, I don't know, there's just like something that like hits and it just is like so much fun.
And I feel like people are typically usually only good at like using their feet or using their arms and hands, but you seem to be good at both. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, I've just always been like in every sport I've played, I pretty much could play any position. I feel like I just like, I don't know, I must naturally just be good like in general, like with everything.
And do you think there's a possibility that you would end up playing in college if you had the opportunity to?
Yeah, I would honestly, it'd be a lot of fun in college if I could.
And then will you just spell your name real quick, Tyler?
Spell it?
Yeah, spell it and tell us your grade level.
Tyler, grade 10.
Grade 10, sophomore. Is sophomore still in there?
Yeah, that's it.
Sophomore still in there? Perfect. Okay. So we'll have a conversation right here. So just start with like, my name is Tyler, and something I'm passionate about is, and we'll go. Go for it.
My name is Tyler, and I'm passionate about wrestling.
Okay. So I've seen you like watching videos and stuff like that. It seems to me like you're beyond just like casual. Like some people probably just like show up and practice, but you're like actually studying stuff. Are you learning stuff when you're actually watching that?
Yeah, you just learn like techniques and things to do while scrambling.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen like a seasoned wrestler do? That you're like, I should do that.
Like a backflip.
A backflip? Like actually like during a match?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that like actually like pulling somebody back over you?
No, you just like, your foot's up and you just do a backflip.
You actually just do a backflip?
Yeah.
But you're still holding the person?
They're holding you.
Oh, so you're flipping out of it? Got it. Okay. How long have you been doing wrestling?
Like just this year, competitively.
Okay. But before that, you've done some?
Just like middle school messing around.
Okay. As part of a team?
Yeah.
Okay. There's different weight classes, right? What are the different breakdowns?
It's like 5 pounds, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know how it works.
So is it like what's the lightest?
I think 90s.
90s? Really? And then like all the way up to what for guys?
290.
For real? So there's people like 290.
It's like heavyweight, so it goes from like 230 to 290 or 250, something like that.
Okay. You're enjoying it. Is it the team or is it the sport that you're enjoying?
The work.
The work. Why? Why are you enjoying the work?
I don't know, it's hard.
You actually appreciate doing difficult things? Okay, that's not normal. Where'd you get that? Because, like, seriously, like, most guys don't do hard work. They don't want to do hard work. They'd rather sit on the couch. They'd rather be bums. So, like, did that come from, like, your parents? Where'd that come from?
Maybe like my dad just teach me morals.
Really? Does he wrestle?
Mm-mm.
All right, but he does hard things in his life.
Yeah.
And he doesn't shy away from it. What's the hardest thing you've had to do?
Probably like, I don't know actually, to be honest. I haven't done much in my life yet.
What's a hard thing that you've seen your dad do and, like, overcome?
Probably like mentally, I would say he had to put down his grandpa.
Really?
Yeah.
His grandpa?
Yeah.
So this is your great-grandpa?
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
I was like 7 probably. I don't know how old he is. He's like 40, 42.
And how old are you right now? 15?
16.
You're 16 right now? So about like 10 years ago, 9, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And your dad was in charge of making that decision?
Yeah, because everybody was like on the brink of like doing it or not, and he had to like choose because everyone was like, they wanted to keep him alive, but then also he was struggling, so they just kind of.
And so it seemed like mercy to your dad. Is that why? Like he made
Yeah.
the decision? Like it was the merciful thing to do? Was he close with his grandpa?
Yeah. He was really close when he was younger with him.
Okay. All right. When you look at wrestling as like a difficult thing to do, what's the hardest part?
Probably like just having to fight for it.
Are you talking about like when you're actually wrestling another person, or are you
Yeah.
talking about the workouts?
Like wrestling another person.
So is it about the mental difficulty, the mental toughness, or is it about the physical toughness, or is it both?
Like both, yeah.
It's both together? Does it feel like some sports feel more mental, some sports feel more physical? Does this feel like a perfect blend of both?
Yeah. I feel like a more mental one is like when I did cross country,
Good.
that one was more mental.
Okay.
It's more.
Rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, cross country and wrestling.
Cross country, I mean, if you just get your mind right, it's pretty easy. So like a 6. And like wrestling is probably like an 8.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's great. Unclip. Perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
That's cool. All right. I'll start seeing some people out to this. It looks like we're working good. Do make sure that you're...
Pick another one, but I don't really want to. I could do that.
Ready? Okay. Okay. What's your name? How do you spell it?
My name is Taryn Cavazos, Taryn Cavazos.
Perfect. And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
There we go. Okay. What's your name again? I totally like I'm so out of it for this script right now. Okay. Tell me your name again.
My name is Taryn Cavazos.
There we go. Okay. Tell me about something you're passionate about.
I'm very passionate about tennis. It is my escape from life. It helps. It's very. It is a. I love tennis. It's what I do.
Well, when did you start?
I started in 5th grade.
Okay.
5th grade at the earliest was when I really started playing more.
Okay. Like why?
I originally started because my brother and dad played tennis, and then they got me into it, especially when we moved to California from Texas. My brother did a tennis camp, and then they got me into it, and then I started playing, and it's become my whole life. If I had to pick anything to do, it'd always be tennis. That's what I love to do.
And I don't know, like, tell me about,
It's a very specific. It's not very specific because it happens so much, but it's just when you're down, and there's just that moment where you're like, you have to get back up. It's so much pressure. It's just, I love the pressure of the game. It's so much fun for me. As angry as it gets me, as angry as I get, it's so much fun for me because it's different every single time.
Okay, go ahead and hold it up. Perfect. And then what's your name? How do you spell it?
I'm Connor, Connor.
Last name?
Lin, Lin.
Perfect. And then what grade are you?
I'm in sophomore.
Got it. I'll take this. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you say your name to me one more time.
I'm Connor.
And then tell me about something you're passionate about.
I'm passionate about art.
Okay, and tell me why.
So I kind of just got into drawing when I was, about like 7. And I was able to like, create my own stuff. And I would usually just look at pictures, and then sketch them. Like it's pretty good way to like pass time.
Yeah, I really like that. Are you involved in like any art classes on campus?
Yeah. Art 3.
Art 3? Okay, so you're a sophomore in Art 3. Tell me about that.
It's not that hard. It's really just, yeah, you have to put in the effort.
Great. So did you start with like Art 1 last year?
Yeah, I started with Art 1.
Okay, and then just
Skipped.
jumped on ahead. Okay, I love that. Tell me about like, do you have like a favorite like piece of art you've ever made?
Not really. I'm still kind of exploring. Yeah, like just trying out new stuff.
Perfect. And yeah, I think that's really interesting. Like I wouldn't know that about you, like just off of first glance. So that's really cool. Do you have like, I don't know, do you have like, is it just kind of like an extracurricular for you, or do you like want to like pursue that as like
I don't know if I want to pursue that, but it's definitely like a second option. Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's really great. Thank you. That's a cool one. Done a lot of those. Okay. Go and hold that paper up to the camera. Perfect. And then what's your name?
My name is Allison Hartsock, ALLISONHARTSOCH. I'm a sophomore.
This. Okay, and then go ahead and say my name is, say your name, and then answer the question.
Okay. My name is Allison Hartsock, and one thing that I'm passionate about is really having like good and close, tight-knit relationships with all of my friends and like people I'm close with. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that's a really like hard thing to do, I would say. Like, how do you think you would go about doing that?
I try to like, I mean, obviously like be nice to everyone, but kind of like even like use everyone, like if I'm like having a bad day, like go like find someone that I'm close with who can like bring me up and like just like build those relationships and like be able to talk to my friends about stuff. And I don't know, just like be comfortable around each other.
Yeah, that's really great. And like, your friends now that you have been with for a while, and that's why you're close, or like does it happen with everyone?
I do have friends that I have been close with since I was like in elementary school, but a lot of my close friends I did just meet like not necessarily this year or last year, but like in middle school. So I haven't known them for like that long, but still a long time.
Okay, yeah. I think that's like a really great thing to do. Would you say that like you try to look for people that are able to reciprocate that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to like be friends with people that match your energy and like be able to like feed off of each other and like, yeah.
Okay, that's really great. Thank you. I like that answer.
You're good to go.
You can go ahead and sit down.
So if you want to hold up the paper with the question and ask the camera. Awesome, thank you. I can do that. Just 1 second.
Okay, what's your name? How do you spell it?
My name's Jaylene. It's Jayleen. Macias, Macias. 10th.
Got it. And I'll have you say like my name is, and then you can answer the question after that.
Okay. My name is Jaylene, and something I'm passionate about is making people understand, or helping people understand, that the only race in the world is the human race, and that it shouldn't matter what you look like on the outside, but what your heart has to offer.
I love that. So tell me about like why this and present.
Because my family is all Hispanic, and we experience a lot of like racism when it comes to being in cities over here, and I just want people to understand that it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside.
Yeah, I really like that. What are you doing to like make that better?
I just want, I tell people like, just be kind to everyone, and you know, talk to everybody like either your friend, and tell your siblings, or I tell my siblings that you shouldn't let the people who tell you that you're different affect you. So yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. That's perfect. I think that was very well said.
Hold up that paper just so we know what question you're doing. If not, to take it.
Okay.
Alrighty. So what is your first and last name, and how do you spell it?
Okay, I'm Sammy Woods. It's Sami, then Woods.
Alright, what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Excellent. Okay, ignore the camera. That's still a conversation, just meaning it doesn't even exist. Right?
Okay.
Okay, so tell me your name again. Tell me one thing that you're passionate about.
Okay, I'm Sammy Woods, Sami Woods. One thing I'm passionate about is playing softball.
Okay. So why is playing softball something that you're passionate about?
Because I've been playing it like my whole life, and it's just something I do every day, so I'm kind of used to doing it every day.
Definitely. When did you get into softball, you would say? Because you say your whole life. But like, when were you actually first introduced? Was it like your mom or your dad that like just put you in a softball camp or something, or did you want to play softball or something like that?
It was like when I was 4.
Okay.
My dad just started teaching me, and I just started playing t-ball. That was it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was kind of your favorite moment about like growing up playing softball?
One moment is probably just like the environment, like the girls. Like, it's just like such a good bond to have with like other people, like something you're all passionate about, and you can all come together and play.
For
Yeah.
sure. What position do you play?
I play first and right field.
Very nice.
Mhm.
I play first base also.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so did you when you were playing softball? I know it sort of works like baseball. So there's like little league, and then there's like travel teams or something. Which one did you do? Did you go more to like the club in the town?
Yeah, I'm in a club right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys travel at all, or is it just in Raleigh?
Yeah, it's traveling.
Okay.
I'm going to a tournament this weekend in LA.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, so how has playing on that travel team helped like prepare you for the high school team?
The high school team. It definitely, they prepare us like with fundamentals really, and just high school is very different from club, I think. So I think they just prepare us for the mental, like the hard mental part of it, like just playing hard for your spot, because you have to fight for your spot. It's not just given to you.
For sure.
So just making you better overall, and so that you have an enjoyable time in high school.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you on JV or varsity?
JV.
JV.
Mhm.
Okay. So how did you start playing it freshman year?
Yeah.
Also? Okay. So for 2 years you've been playing on the high school. How's that been? Have you like made friends, or like how have the coaches been? Like, just tell me a little bit about like how high school's been.
Okay. The girls are amazing. I've met girls from like senior to like freshman, and we've started up workouts now, so I'm meeting more of the freshmen, and they're pretty cool. I really like the coaches. Coach Albin, he's really cool. The JV coaches I really like, Coach Lauren and Darla. They've been very welcoming, and I think it's been pretty fun because I've had a great time so far.
Sweet. Thank you so much. You survived.
Okay.
Hold that up to the camera. Thank you. Excellent. All right. What is your first and last name?
My first name is Onyx. My last name Nofuente. Onyxx. Nofuente. Nofuente. I'm a sophomore, so that's 10th grade.
Excellent. Okay. Ignore the camera. Ignore the mic. Nice little conversation.
Of course.
Doesn't even exist, right? Okay. So tell me your name again, and tell me what. Tell me something you're passionate about.
The thing I'm most passionate about, it's Onyx, and I'm most passionate about just being a bowler, I guess.
Okay. Can you tell me like how you got into bowling, or like why you're passionate?
Well, it's really a family thing from my grandparents, and then it spread down to like all my aunts and uncles, and then now it's just down to us in the third generation. And I've been doing that for like 10 years now.
Okay. So when did you first get introduced to bowling? Was it like your parents that introduced you, or your parents
So
just interested?
the funny thing is, like while I was like being born and whatnot, like everyone was at the bowling alley, so people came from the bowling alley, and like all my uncles, while I was being born, and things like that. And like my entire family is just like centered around bowling. So it's just like a thing from the start of my life.
Okay. So how long have you been? 10 years?
I've been doing 10 years, but like for a couple of years I just take smaller breaks and like not do as much as I usually would, but I'm getting back into it right now.
Okay. So do you bowl competitively?
Oh yeah, I can bowl competitively.
So how does
So it's just like a tournament style, so you do like 3 games sometimes, maybe more, and then there's qualifications. It's just like any other type of tournament, it's just different aspects.
Definitely. So how do you like prepare for tournaments? How do you practice bowling? I've only bowled a couple times, just like birthday parties, right? So I don't really know much. So like I'm sure you're on like a next level, right? So like how do you do it?
So we usually just go out to the lanes, Rockland AMF. It's like near Pacific Street. So we go out there, we put up a couple of games, and we throw drills, and that's like shooting like our corner pins or like trying different ways to strike, because there's multiple ways to strike, obviously. And it's just things like that, and then it's technique, form. There's a lot more to it than just throwing the ball.
For sure. Are you planning on pursuing bowling like after high school?
Honestly, I don't really know, but my sister, she's actually in bowling for college, so I kind of want to compete with that.
Definitely. So there's college bowling teams?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, so like how does that work? Do they like recruit you? Do
Yeah,
go
you
to
get
college and join?
you can get recruited. There's also clubs that eventually become like full-on teams. But yeah, it's mostly recruiting.
Definitely. All right, dude. Thank you so much. That was
Thank you.
great. Perfect. Alrighty. Take 2. All right. What is your first and last name, and how do you spell it?
Garrett Peard, Garrett Peard.
All right. What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore in 10th grade.
Excellent. Ignore the camera. Just a nice little conversation, right? Okay. So tell me your name again, and tell me one thing that you're passionate about.
I'm Garrett, and I'm really passionate about mountain biking.
Why?
I just like being out in the trails. You get adrenaline rush every time you do it. Seeing nature all around you, your mind goes blank, and you're just living the dream in the trails.
Okay. So when did you sort of like find out that mountain biking was something that you liked?
I think it was 8 years ago when my dad got me my first bike. It was a Specialized Hot Rock, and he'd always try and get me out on dirt trails, but I was kind of scared because I didn't trust it. I wasn't like good yet. And then that bike got too small for me. Then he got me a new bike, which is a Specialized Pitch. It's the one I have right now. And I was still scared, and then he brought me to Auburn for the first time, and it just kind of clicked. I just started liking it ever since, challenging myself, going the most I can.
For sure. So in the past like year or so, what's the hardest trail that you've done?
It's probably the Culvert or the Rockies in Auburn, Forest Hill area.
Very nice. So how has it been like mountain biking is dangerous, right? Like you can still get hurt even if you do. So how has it been like have you ever gotten hurt or stuff like that?
Yeah. Every time I get hurt, most of the time it's my pedals hitting me in the shins. Every time it happens, I tell my parents I got a new shin tattoo, and very tattooed. It hurts. I've crashed a couple times, Most recently, I was at backside, tried to hit a jump that was too big and I went too slow, and my front wheel hit the landing too hard and it pushed me over the bars, and then the bike ended up riding me for a little bit.
So on all of these trails, is it like super narrow paths, and is there ever like a big fall that you could fall off a cliff?
In Auburn, definitely.
Okay.
Most of the trail, it's just a giant cliff off to your side. Mess up, you're going down that, wouldn't be fun. There is a lot where it's single track, where it's really skinny, but then there's also some parts where you're riding the fire road and it's 10 feet wide, just cruising.
Yeah. Sweet. Hey, thank you so much.